Skip brought out the freaking Avengers. He got
Crazy.
Michael Irvin, Richard Sherman, and Keyshawn on Undisputed, and people are saying this is already a cult classic.
I feel the same way because at first I thought it was gonna be like the same thing. First off, I thought it was gonna be the same thing that ESPN did. You know how Skip Bayless every day he has like people coming on. If they keep 4 people on every time, these 4 people, it's gonna be fire. I know they brought Lil Wayne on at the end of the episode, but I really don't expect Lil Wayne to be on every episode. I really don't want to hear his opinion.
Oh, I was about to say, how did they all fit on that little table? That
That's
was the only comment that people were saying. It's like they got all these stars and couldn't get a bigger table.
exactly. I mean, they should be getting a bigger table soon, but with this whole lineup, I'm digging it. I'm liking it, but I feel like there's gonna be a lot of Dallas Cowboy bias. Anytime a Dallas Cowboy topic come up,
How do you get all these
it's no
Cowboys
slander.
super fans? What, is Sherman probably the only one that don't like the Cowboys?
Pretty much, Sherman. I mean, Keyshawn's
Well,
probably iffy.
the only thing I'm concerned about is basketball talk. Is he going to do basketball talk exclusively with Lil Wayne, or is he just going to still have this whole crew around for the basketball talk? And do they truly know about,
You know about LeBron James?
well, of course, everyone does. But, I mean, do they really know the ins and outs of ball?
No, I seen no, not. I mean, when they
I
talk,
mean, Uncle Shay Shay, for him being a Hall of Famer NFL player,
Mhm.
he really knew the game actually quite well when he would discuss basketball. So I never had any problem with him talking about the Lakers or any basketball topic in general. But these guys, I don't think I've ever heard any of them really speak on basketball. They kind of just usually stick to football and football only. So I wonder if they're going to stick to that and be like, we're football guys, so we're going to only speak on football, or if they're going to cross over like Shannon did and talk about all the sports.
I think with this time that they just started, they started yesterday, whatever today, whatever day it is,
Hmm.
just started the show
Today, we're recording the
in
show
this
Monday night. They
in
started
this
this
football
Monday.
season. Basketball season don't start for what 2-3 months, so they got time. You can worry about that
Who are they
later.
going to get for basketball?
I
They're going to
mean,
bring in me.
they
I'm going to be
could
the Skip
bring in
Destroyer.
some more people, but at the same
But hashtag bring Chico on Undisputed.
but they never really not. I mean, with basketball, they really don't talk all of basketball. They talk LeBron James. It's really gonna be like this year. It's gonna be a whole bunch of LeBron James topics,
I mean, I
Russell
feel
Westbrook
like
topics.
I actually watched basketball topics quite a bit on Undisputed because I always like how animated Shannon would get.
He's not gonna do that anymore. Like carrying the whole cognac with the black and mild. He's not gonna be able to do that
It's the end of an era.
on ESPN.
It's a shame.
It's a shame, but I mean,
It's only going to be on Club Shay Shay on YouTube.
true that. I like this whole little concept they have going on when it comes to the football. I saw this like it's like so football heavy. When it comes to football, it's finna be like they finna have a whole bunch of stuff to say.
Let's watch this clip and see how they did.
And if he gets that shot, if Dak was to get injured, right? Okay. He's been injured in the past. And if Trey gets his shot, and if he gets that shot, and he plays the way that he was drafted to play,
You have
Exactly.
seen nothing. You have seen nothing to indicate
that is very Michael. That is true.
You have seen nothing.
But let's not say it's
Look
not.
at Skip Bayless'
because
face.
It's not true.
Well,
let's
not
deal
true.
in facts. Let's deal in facts. We're going to deal in facts. They can't get out of Dak's deal anytime soon. Trey Lance is on a first-round contract in 2 years. They're going to have that option.
Trey
They're
Lance.
they're not bringing up the option. They're not accepting his option. They're not going to pick up his option if he's not the starter. So he got 2 years. You got 2 years. You're talking about a 4-year plan.
I think they'll give him more
you
years
got
than
two
that.
to make a decision on Trey Lance before you got to pay him big-time money. And you're not paying him big-time money if he's not the starter. So Dak in 2 years
He ain't
still has
done
36
nothing to earn no
million in
big-time
dead
money.
So if you want to get rid of Dak in 2 years,
Dak is a mediocre quarterback, and he gets injured a lot. So I heard that they were talking about that if he was a threat to Dak. And
We got. Let's do the next topic at hand. This is the next topic. Trey Lance. That's the next topic.
let's go ahead and jump into it.
No. Wait, hold on. Back to this. So with this whole thing, you see us 4 people. I mean, like what people are saying is, you see, it's like Skip Bayless. You can barely like he's gonna have to wear more hats. He's gonna have to do the whole Molly rope, the whole moderator. He's gonna have to dish out topics, say like little small things here and there. He's not really gonna be saying that much, but I mean, if he gets that right, it's gonna be pretty good.
I think that he's just being nice, that he's giving these guys an opportunity, and he doesn't want to upset them off the jump. So he's going to give them time to talk. But I think as time goes on, he's going to do the moderator thing, but I think he's going to speak more and more and let there be one topic where he disagrees with these guys, and he's
Who-
going to turn into old Skip.
I mean, he disagreed with the LeBron James take. He disagreed with them with the whole LeBron James
That's
take.
what I'm
But
saying. If it's a topic he's passionate about, he's definitely going to make sure that his voice is heard. So I think that'll be good. I think they might have to kind of work have some growing pains for maybe the first month,
Mhm.
but I think they'll hit their stride as long as everyone's on board. They'll like we're gonna treat this as a team, and we're gonna do everything we can to make this successful rather than thinking about individual shine.
speaking of 5 years, we're gonna do in 5 years. In 5 years, this will be 2028. Do you think these same people are going to be on the same show? Because Shannon Sharp gave him 4 to 5 years.
Yeah, and it was great years, and I enjoyed every minute of it. That's probably my favorite two co-hosts of all time, Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless. They made me never watch Stephen A. at all. With this,
True.
I'll probably watch them both because I still want to see what Shannon has to say. But I think they'll be good. The only thing I'm worried about, honestly, when you say are these guys going to still be around, I worry about Skip just because the fact of his age, man. Like
You think
he's getting
Skip out of all of them? He's
Well-
the same age as Michael Irvin. Michael Irvin has got to be like in the same age.
I mean, I don't know. Like, how old is you
Mike-
want to ask your phone?
I mean, if anything, let me see.
Just look up how old is Skip Bayless, because like, man, I mean, honestly, the average age of I think people in the United States for males is I think that you only live to like 77. And what age is Skip right now? Just type in Skip Bayless age.
Skip Bayless Michael Irvin is 57. Number one, I didn't
Yeah.
know he was that young, and Skip Bayless is 71. So yeah, Skip Bayless. If you had to go in order, Skip Bayless, Michael Irvin, Keyshawn Johnson.
That's what I'm saying. 71 when most males in the United States only live to 77, and he's 71. I
Yeah.
mean,
5 years is pretty.
You kind of usually your last 4 or 5 years of life you're not in tip top
Top
shape.
tier.
You're kind of on your way down. So I don't know how many years he's got.
So you think this is what he's doing? Like he's basically like getting ready to pass the baton off. So he's like, I'm gonna do the.
Maybe he'll do the moderator role with a reduced talking time. He may be doing that for his age.
I can see that.
Possibly, maybe as the years go on, he'll start talking less and less, but he still wants to be around.
Yeah, talk
I
about
just
the key
wonder,
points.
man, it's like when you're famous and you've made a buttload of money, I know that you may love what you do, but when are you gonna actually just put it behind you and enjoy the money that you made, enjoy your retirement? If I was a super athlete and did this and that, I wouldn't be trying to get on TV and still work until like 60 or 70. I'm talking like 45. I'm not doing anything else.
True. One thing I do like about
They're
you.
like 50 years old, especially if we made millions, man.
True.
We're just gonna have like over 20 years of just partying.
True, and one thing I do like about this is like when they talk about basketball and everything, because they talk about the whole LeBron James and trusting LeBron James, and like they called him out, on it, like, oh yeah, you like you like Michael Jordan and everything, but I mean you gotta think about it, when LeBron, like you said, LeBron James ain't clutch, Michael Jordan take that shot, but at the same time, we already know LeBron James isn't the greatest shooter of all time. Like he's not gonna take a 3-point shot. When he drove against the Denver Nuggets, like he had like 3-4 people on him, and every time Skip Bayless was like, so Michael Jordan would have took it. It was like, yeah, Michael Jordan would have took it, but I mean, you probably would have missed it. At the same time, this is like 4 or 5 people on you. So I just want LeBron James to make the best read. So I see a lot of them, they don't do the whole bias thing where like they always go back, oh yeah, back in the day it would have been like this. Like they keep it up for like, you hear Sherman Network, what's his name, Sherman, whatever his name is.
Richard Sherman.
Sherman Networks. Richard Sherman, he's gonna talk about stats like, oh yeah, 38% from the field and then yada yada yada. Keyshawn Johnson.
Yeah, but I mean, when you really put a pencil to it, Jordan's done way more in less years than LeBron ever could with like 2 breaks in his career. So when you look at all the things that he's done, it's truly not close. I think LeBron's got a bunch of longevity records, and that is something to definitely be
They
proud
talk about
of.
that
as far
also
as,
because the fact that he's like this high in age and he averaged like 22 points in the season, but once the playoffs started, he turned it up, and he on top of that he was injured and still was leading them in scoring.
Yeah, but it's about to be the Austin Reeves show this year.
Hey,
No Billy Kobe's taking.
it don't matter. I mean, LeBron James still giving you 23.
Yeah. No, a lot of people say that's the problem with the Lakers and why the Lakers didn't go far because LeBron's to the age where he needs to be, instead of a 1A, he needs to be a 1B. And Anthony Davis needs to be the 1A. He needs to be the first option on the Lakers, but Anthony Davis hasn't shown that he can, one, be healthy enough to accept that load, and two, actually can continually produce at a high level.
Mm-hmm.
For him being a big man, he takes way too many jump shots. Him and Karl Anthony Towns are way too big to be shooting jumpers all day long. They need to play big boy basketball like Stoudemire used to say, I'm playing bully ball today. That means he's putting it in your chest and then putting it in your mouth, and there's nothing you can do to stop him. Those guys are too dang big to play like little girls. I don't understand that. I mean, it's like, where are your cojones at? Like, you are 7'1". You need to go down on the post and dunk like you're Shaq instead of doing turnaround fadeaways when you got someone that's 5 or 6 inches shorter than you guarding you.
Okay, one last question before we move on. When we was watching this new panel, why do you like this whole this whole four people panel compared to the ESPN? 'Cause, you know, sometimes ESPN give you like it's Skip Bayless. I mean, not Skip Bayless. It's Stephen A. Smith, JJ Redick, Jay Will, Mad Dog, and like some girl there all at one time. You don't like that setup, but when it's like this setup,
I do like setup. It's mainly based on the people.
Mhm.
Like, I like when JJ Redick was on First Take.
But when no. But when is it like when is that lineup? When is JJ Redick on the table, Stephen A. Smith, Jay Williams, and then like it's Mad Dog. You can change out that person, Mad Dog, or it's like
some Max Kellerman
not-
somebody else,
like some random person, Max Kellerman, or like
Kendrick Perkins.
yeah, anybody. Yeah.
Um,
You like this? You like this setup better?
what are you talking about? Like their actual studio setup, or like the
Therefore,
group of
okay,
people?
these four they're starting four versus ESPN starting four. Do you
I
like?
like this one better
You like this one better? Really? So wait. Which,
because JJ Redick wasn't
You
on there
respect-
all the
you-
time. I don't really like Jay Williams at all. I think he's terrible at his job, and I should be doing his job.
what about Keyshawn Johnson, Michael Irvin?
I think Keyshawn Johnson is funny, but I think he should be in like a diminished role. I don't think he should be on the table all the time. I think they should bring him in and out depending on the topics. I think Michael Irvin is funny, but you got to watch. He sometimes talks too much and is long-winded, so he definitely needs to be reeled in. But Richard Sherman's always been pretty funny. I've never had a problem with Richard Sherman. And
He's too smart sometimes. He be using like big words for no reason.
And I did like the Seattle Seahawks and the Legion of Boom and all that. And I always thought he talked a lot of trash. It was like the Kevin Garnett of the NFL.
He was like slow as dirt as a cornerback. That's why he moved to safety. That and injuries.
Shut your mouth.
Moving on, but okay, that's what calls like some